Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday was the last day for campaign in Kakamega County and those other areas that are expecting to have their to vote on 29th. So officially, concerning the IBC calendar, jana ndio ilikuwa siku ya mwisho ya kupiga campaign. Though I want to focus more on the Kakamega issue. Because we understand yesterday, as I said, Railaodinga managed to address people in Kakamega County and the campaign for the ODM candidate Malala Barasa. Same thing, Mudavadi has had 2 days in Kakamega County campaigning for the ANC candidate, Senator Cleophas Wahungu Malala. So all of these two people, they have been there. We have seen how the campaign has been going, and I have explained to you other factors that might help Malala Barasa in Kakamega County. Though those factors are not, we cannot say it is 100% that is going to work for Malala Barasa, because I was basing on how people voted in Kakamega between ODM, not ODM Azimio, and Kenya Kwanza. But again, there are other things that I want to point out, or we want to go through. Some of the mistakes that I feel maybe Senator Cleophas Malala is getting it wrong, and also to some extent Malala Barasa. And then we will also look into the areas that is going to shape on how people are going to vote, or which areas are much more important in Kakamega, and other factors they should consider in this election. Those are the things we want to look into. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to the castle. Now, Kakamega has about, is it 12 or 13 constituencies which you have to consider if you are looking to become a governor, a senator, or a woman rep. Very important. But there are constituencies that are popular. You have to make sure that if you're not getting votes from those constituencies, then you have other constituencies. Maybe if you double twice, they can recover the vote that you might lose from the other side. So before I go to the mistake that I have seen both Kenya Kwanza and Azimio making in Kakamega County, we just want to go through this constituency. There are about like 5 of them. Number one, the most popular constituency in Kakamega County, it is Malava, with about 94,400 and 17,000 registered voters. Huku Malava, I think Senator Cleophas Malala ametoa running mate yake huko. So consider that. Number 2, we have Lugare constituency. Lugare is commanding about 86,908,000 votes. Huku sasa ndio Malala Barasa ametoa running mate yake, Honorable Ayub Savula, the former Lugare member of parliament. Umenya ni hama kwa ANC. So again, you see, all of them, they considered where to get your running mate. Vote rich constituency. But again, another factor that will matter there is if that running mate can command numbers at home. Can they convince their people to take a political direction, plan a sense of direction as far as voting is concerned? That one also is going to matter a lot. After I said wapi, nimesema Malava, then nikasema Lugare. By the Lugare is the second, it's not second, it's the third. The third popular. But now second popular, it is Lurambi. Lurambi ndio the town constituency ya Kakamega. Ndio sasa ndio kwa town yenyewe. Kakamega ikiwa ndio ina house all those offices. So Lurambi is the second, but Lugare is the third. Sorry for that. But now we should understand that Senator Cleophas Malala is coming from Lurambi constituency. Huko ndio constituency yake. Na his member of parliament is Bishop Titus Hamala, mwenye amekuwa akiuliza Atwoli yako wapi. Lakini tumeona Atwoli akikuja kwa mkutano ya baba huko. So that is the second largest. So that is where Malala is coming from. It means if you play well, then command numbers at home, because that is the home constituency, you will get it right. And the third, tumesema ni Lugari, kule kwenye sayo, Savula natoka. Number 4, we have Shinyalu, which is commanding about 86,908,000. Na Shinyalu, huko ndio Boni Khalwala natoka. So, as a senator, if we can help to bring numbers, better. Tunaenda Matungu constituency. Huku Matungu constituency, I think ndio kwenye Fernandes Barasa natoka as of now. Huku ndio alihamia. And Matungu has 73,930 registered voters. And then we have Likuyani constituency, which has 72,444,000 registered voters. So the advantage of Fernandes Barasa is that he is now staying in Matungu constituency, but his home county constituency ilikuwa Mias. Kuna Mias West, kuna Mias East. I think anatoka Mias West. So akienda nyumbani kula amezaliwa Mias West, convince people he have numbers kula ametoka. And then kula amehamia Matungu, convince people I'm here, your son, he can have numbers. So 2 constituencies at the same time. So it will depend on how he will play into that issue. So beside this constituencies, because for anyone who is serious in Kakamega has to consider the 6 constituencies I have mentioned here, to make sure that you are having a number, you are getting numbers right. Once you get numbers right in these constituencies, then you are well and clean at the office of the governor. And Malava might play a big role together with the Lurambi and the Lugari. Those 3, Malava, Lurambi, Lugari, they are going to play a critical role in this election. The matrix, whoever will manage to get it right, the better. So convince people and have their vote. But more so, what matters in this election, because somehow it will look more of a by-election. And remember, in a by-election, people don't turn out in large numbers. That is more of what is looking like. So watu walimaliza kupiga kura. Wanaenda kupiga kura ya governor peke yake. So it's a kind of a by-election if you look into it. Turnout is going to be low. That's the truth of the matter. You cannot compare the turnout that we had during the general election. And this can be seen through if you check the number of votes Boni Khalwale got and his opponent. It will not be the same. Oparanya, not Oparanya. Fernandes Barasa and Malala will get it. It's going to be a little bit lower. The same to woman rep. Ila atapata huko. So what is going to matter beside having this number is whoever will manage to mobilize people to turn out and vote. What matters here is how you are going to mobilize the turnout. Make sure that people turn out to vote. Whoever gets it right, then he will be well, good and clean at the office of the governor. Turnout. So whoever will sleep on job, that will be the worst thing for them. Turnout matters. So convince people to get out and vote. Because I know turnout is going to be very low. Just to convince people in specific constituencies, then they turn out, they vote for you. That is the end of business. So, despite coming from popular constituency, if you not manage to convince people to turn out in their numbers and vote for you, you get it wrong. Lastly, some of the mistakes that I have seen from Kenya Kwanza side. Malala wamekuja na Mudavadi Kakamega. Alafu anaambia watu wa Kakamega pamoja na Wetangula that vote for Malala as a gift to William Samoei Ruto, because already Ruto has won the election as president-elect, and Wetangula is going to be made Speaker of the National Assembly, third most powerful person in this country. Musalia Mudavadi is going to be made Prime Minister or Premium Cabinet Secretary. Mtu mwenye atasimamia mambo ya labda vikao za bunge huko, vikao za nini za nini hizo meetings za cabinet. So that means these two are already being rewarded into higher position in Kenya Kwanza government. And then they talk about 30%. The problem is that the people Malala, Wetangula and Mudavadi are addressing here, they had largely voted for Raila Odinga. These are the people who are hurting when they learn that William Samoei Ruto rigged in this election. So you are talking to people who are still hurted and telling them to vote for Malala as a gift to William Samoei Ruto. I mean, you are getting it wrong. Okay. You are getting it wrong. That is a mistake. Because for you to get this vote, these people are angry with the position as of now on how the vote went. Because largely Raila won votes in Kakamega compared to William Samoei Ruto. That's the truth. So telling these people to vote for Malala as a gift, you are creating a situation where Malala might face a protest on ballot. That's the truth of the matter. These people might protest on ballot because they are still nursing their wound. They expected Raila Odinga to become the president. Then you are telling them to vote for Malala because Ruto is the president and he is going to reward their sons there. I think that they were getting it wrong. Very wrong. Appealing to these people is to tell them that we are bringing Malala here, vote for him. And I have a reason why they should vote for Malala. The reason should not be William Samoei Ruto. Because these people never voted for William Ruto. There are a few who voted in that direction. Ruto did not get half of Kakamega votes. Raila got like 60%, Ruto got 40%. Consider that. Ruto in fact alipata 40 ama 35%. That's what he got in Kakamega County. So that alone can create a protest on ballot against Malala. These people are pro-Raila Odinga. Consider that. So go soft on Raila Odinga and have their vote. To some extent, I saw Malala saying that he will be a governor for all. He will not divide between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio. At least that was making sense to some extent. That is a mistake I saw from Kenya Kwanza side. Now, to Azimio side, the same thing has played out. Someone is saying that vote for Fernandes Barasa as a gift to Raila Odinga. True. And to prepare for another defeat for William Samoei Ruto. True. But what they should consider is that Mudavadi also is in Kakamega, but he managed to run away with about, was it 250,000 votes to William Samoei Ruto's side. So that should also be considered. Just have a message that will bring the people in Kakamega together, which will convince everyone to believe in Fernandes Barasa leadership. So that those who are believing to vote in the direction Mudavadi was giving, they can see Fernandes Barasa as a figure of unity. And that alone can help to reduce the vote from the Cleophas Malala side. So, going pro-Raila or pro-William Samoei Ruto was wrong for Malala and was wrong for Fernandes Barasa. They have to get it right, but again, I have said, they should consider managing to make people turn out in big numbers, convince the people to turn out. That is my final views ahead of the election in Kakamega County. See you in our next video, lakini pia tunaweza patana kwa comment section na pia unaweza nifikia through the WhatsApp number in the description box.